What's going on, folks? It is too darn early in the morning, but it is what it is. The reason behind it, I get to pick up my daughter and my grandson and take my daughter to a doctor's appointment this morning. She's got to be there here shortly. So. And unfortunately, I live on the other side of town. I got to get it. That's all right. Anyhow, this is your brother Kyle. Hope everybody's doing well today, as well as can be expected. Yeah. I know I put out a pretty dim or dark video yesterday, and I'm probably going to tell you that a lot of them are going to start to be that way. That's what I want to put out, but feel the need, given everything that's going on. Given the fact that our country's going to hell in a handbag on a lightning fast train. You want to agree with me? So be it. But let's talk about HR 1 that's still floating around out there. Now, there's these dummies that think HR 1 won't pass because they firmly believe the clowns in the Senate are not going to pass it. The same bunch of clowns that didn't think that the Democrats would steal the election. And that's what they are. They're clowns. Butt clowns. There's another word we call them, but I'll keep it clean. Butt clowns. And they're also the ones that like to play nicety nice with the liberal communists to keep what little bit of power that they've got in their sphere of influence. So yeah. Me, for what it's worth, I intend to push back. Will it do any good? I don't know. But like I said, I'm not going down without a fight. If HR 1 passes, free and fair elections in this nation will be a thing of the past for a long time to come. Now, you're saying yourself, old soldier, why do you say that? When you give 16-year-olds, especially this day and age, this generation, the right to vote, they're going to vote for what makes them feel good and not what makes logical sense. They're going to vote for what I call the moment and not the nation. In other words, they're going to look on social media and see what's hot, and that's what they're going to want to vote for. Should pigs have the right to marry frogs? Kermit wants to know. Miss Piggy wants to date Tom Cruise. Should that be allowed? Okay. And if you're part of the younger generation watching this and the shoe don't fit you, then don't worry about it. But the vast majority of 16-year-olds today are so enamored with what's on Talkie Tick or TikTok or whatever that bull crap is, and Instagram, Facebook, and Chat, Snap, whatever they call it. You know, whatever they can hold in the palm of their hand and entertain themselves with, that's what's on their mind at the moment. Besides sex. Yeah, I called it out. I was 16 once, and I was a young man with hormones. The worst part about it is, and I guess my generation's guilty of it, is with the advent of video games coming along, we didn't really take a full moment to look into the damage that those video games potentially were causing to our young people. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean this. Instead of calling out some of these video game makers for the violence they were putting on them, we sat down and played it with them. Guilty. Now, mind you, my kids were a little older. Predominantly my sons. I explained to them real versus fantasy. But how many other parents actually did? I made my son throw out Grand Theft Auto when he saw what was in it. We mostly played Call of Duty and World of War. But bottom line, I had to distinguish them between what was real and what was fantasy. And games like Grand Theft Auto, I finally told them it was no longer in the house. But by that time, it was too late. Not for my kids per se, and personally, but several of their friends were into it and what it meant and all this other crap. And now God only knows what's out there on the video game networks these kids watch. I honestly don't know where to begin to start or where to end with that one, folks. That's just one of many aspects of the current generation that's out there today. So, again, back to H.R. 1. You give that 16-year-old the right to vote, and they're going to vote for what makes them feel good and not what's important. Now, you can tell me otherwise, that you think they'll vote for great, wonderful things. That's your opinion. The line is they're going to vote for what makes them feel good. They're also going to vote for things that they don't understand. What do you mean by that, old soldier? Case example, politicians say they're going to pair like Bernie Sanders. Free education for everybody. College should be free. While he's sitting there selling his book, making millions, money hand over fist. Yeah. But who's going to pay those teachers? Where's that money going to come from? Who pays for the books the students use? Who's going to pay for the classrooms? Who's going to pay for the upkeep at the campus? All they heard was free education for everybody. Oh, yeah, the other part of H.R. 1. Giving illegal immigrants the right to vote in U.S. elections. Yeah, it's in there. It's in there. So back to, is this going to pass or not? I don't know. But I have no faith and the so-called conservatives in the Senate to stop it from passing. I really don't. Given the number of them that went against President Trump on both impeachments because they caved into liberal pressure in order to maintain their own little power slice. I'm going to get off here before I really get into a tirade, rant and rave that I don't really need to get into. But I will tell you this, folks. Sit idly by, watch it all come down. That's your choice. Stand up, try and do something. Whether it's successful or not, yet to remain to be seen. personally. I just tired of sitting back watching. And what I'm trying to do is for my children and my grandchildren, in hopes that what I do will make it a better place for them. Will I be successful? I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, folks, again, one more time for you, Kyle. Stay safe, stay vigilant, stay armed. Keep your eyes open, keep your neck on a swivel, keep your ear to the ground, folks. And until tomorrow, I'll yak at y'all later. Soul Soldier out.